Hiya.
Hi. Did you know, in a lot of schools in the UK, students wear uniforms?
At least until we're 16, that is.
But what are these uniforms like? Well, they tend to be quite similar. They're usually a white or blue shirt, black, navy or grey trousers, plain black shoes and a school blazer with the school crest on it.
But many schools are now introducing more casual uniforms. They allow trainers instead of shoes, for example, or polo shirts instead of dress shirts. Sweatshirts with the school crest are also becoming more popular.
And schools can be more or less strict about uniforms. Some schools allow more freedom, but others insist on a very strict dress code.
School uniforms are also common in Australia, New Zealand and Ireland, but not in the United States or Canada.
But still, more and more schools in the US are introducing uniforms. Their main goal is to reduce violence. In Long Beach, California, they introduced uniforms in 1994. Attendance is its highest ever and crime dropped 74%.
But there's no proof that it's just because of the uniform.
True, and many people argued that with uniforms, students lose their freedom of expression.
Speaking of crime though, there are some pretty high-tech uniforms out there. One company in the UK is considering selling uniforms with a GPS tracking system, so parents can always know where their children are.
Some companies even produce stab-proof uniforms. But all this raises a very good question. Why wear uniforms? Is it all about preventing violence?
I quite like uniforms in schools. I think having a school uniform gives the children a sense of identity to that place. It's very easy for us to identify who's who and when you're out on trips and things as well, so for practical sides. I think as a parent, school uniforms, I liked my children having it because then I knew I didn't have to buy 100 different outfits for them to get to school, and there's less stigma attached to what they're wearing because they've all got to wear the same things.
So uniforms help build school unity and a sense of pride and discipline. They also make everyone equal.
They're practical too. On school trips, it's easy to see students from your own school, and you save a lot of money on clothes.
But let's see what the students think. What are their uniforms like? And what's it like wearing a uniform?
My school uniforms, a grey skirt, a blue and red shirt, a blue jumper and a grey blazer.
Well, blue. It's blue skirt, white socks, white shirt, blue jumper. Mainly blue and white, really.
It's a blue blazer, white top, tie, and black trousers and black shoes.
My school uniform, we wear a blue jumper and a blue skirt and a white shirt, and we wear tights during the winter and white socks in the summer.
It's got black trousers, a white shirt, a blue and black tie, and a blazer.
I like wearing it sometimes because then everyone looks the same, but sometimes you want to wear your own clothes.
Yeah, I do like wearing my school uniform. It's nicer than most of my other friends' school uniforms.
I quite like it because we all look similar and it's not like a competition or anything.
I'd prefer not to wear it, but it's okay.
So, most students don't mind wearing a uniform.
And some of them actually like wearing them.
I actually like them because it's like when you go to school and then when you go to a party, it's like you're not wearing the same things.
It's true. If you usually wear a uniform, you do feel more special when you get dressed up.
But, you know, students also find ways to look special or different, even when they're wearing a uniform.
I think so. I mean, you can choose your shoes, you can choose how you do your hair. Unfortunately, in our school, you're not allowed to wear jewellery. I think it is quite hard to be unique when you're wearing a school uniform, but there's some aspects which you can change.
So you can change your shoes slightly or wear the tie shorter or longer?
Well, they allow different coloured hairbands and like some people are allowed to wear necklaces and different types of shoes and things like that.
A lot of girls also like wearing trousers instead of a skirt. It's one way to be different.
OK, but just so everyone out there doesn't think the UK is just a sea of black, grey and navy, let's take a look at what young people like wearing when they're not in school.
I like wearing denim jeans and large shoes as they're comfy and a plain top.
When I get dressed up, I like to wear skirts with a nice fancy glittery top and shoes.
I like a lot of track panties, hats, trainers, a lot of t-shirts.
During the weekends, I usually wear what I'm wearing now, like a top, shorts, tights, and a cardigan.
It depends what I'm doing. On the weekends, if I'm doing nothing, I like to wear, tracksuits and, nice jumpers that keep me warm, things for like slobbing around the house. But if I'm going out for a party or something, I like to wear shorts, t-shirts like a bit like this, and I like to put quite a lot of makeup on as well.
Lots of accessories.
What about you? What do you think of uniforms?
And what do you usually wear when you go out or go to school?
What are you wearing right now?